My proposal is about introducing blended learning for journalism students. According to the United Nations International Telecommunications Union, nearly half of the world's population is using the internet. That means that more than 3 billion people are online and more than 7 billion mobile device subscriptions exist. Now, while the world around us becomes more connected, consumers have accelerated and increased their demands for content, including news content. Today's journalists cannot simply write an article for a singular medium. Newspaper journalists are expected to tweet gripping headlines and conduct video interviews, which are posted to the publication's website. The duties for broadcast journalists now include creating online content and developing a social media following, as multiple platforms are used to engage audiences. Take, for example, a recent story produced by a local radio reporter in Toronto. Along with writing and delivering his story for radio, he shot video, tweeted about this story, and also posted content to Facebook. This type of content production is the new normal in newsrooms all over the world. This reality has left journalism schools challenged to provide relevant training.
You learn how to tell a story well, maybe that's your area of expertise.
When Faith Miller wanted to study journalism in college, she never expected this.
We begin with breaking news.
I did not expect that in school I would be reporting on real stories, and I did not know how much work goes into it.
Unlike their counterparts of past generations, students at the University of Southern California Annenberg School of Journalism learn to deliver news across all platforms, including television, radio, and the web. And that's not all, says Willow Bay, director of the School of Journalism.
But today, we expect journalists to be able to use all sorts of technological tools to research stories, to vet that research, to analyze that research. We expect them to be fluid in multimedia storytelling skills. We expect them increasingly to be their own marketing and distribution arms, to get their stories in front of audiences and to spread those stories as far as they can.
They learn all that in this brand new media center, the Newsroom of the Future, where student journalists who work on TV, radio, and the web sit side by side and collaborate. They also have to be tech savvy, and that means learning basic computer programming languages.
They need to know how the web works and be able to tinker with it.
Digital journalism professor Robert Hernandez demonstrates some of the cutting-edge web tools reporters can use to tell stories in a different way.
You can do 360 panorama through your phone, right? We can talk about what a tornado looks like, how it rips trees out of the ground. Through their phone, there's an app to kind of stitch them together. Take a picture.
Students can also take a class that experiments with Google Glass, a device that connects to the internet and records video and audio. Will Fetterman is a print and digital journalism student.
I think we're entering a market now where if you don't have kind of a wide range of skills and have a little bit of knowledge of everything, you're probably going to have a difficult time finding a job.
The goal is not just to prepare students for the real world, but to also make them technologically savvy, so as technology evolves, they can also adapt quickly. But with new technology, future journalists should tread carefully, says the Media Center's executive director, Serena Cha.
In the journalism arena, we've got to consider carefully how do we teach students to use the tools responsibly. So yes, new technology often raises new questions because you're able to manipulate reality even more than before.
Faculty members say at the core of all this technology, students still need to learn traditional journalism, how to write and tell a compelling story in a way that is accurate, fair, and balanced. Elizabeth Lee for VOA News, Los Angeles.
Save Clobeda's life.
You never think of one getting this.
Where I teach, the reality is very different. At the School of Media at Seneca College in Toronto, where I teach journalism, the focus is still on traditional news production. It's time that our pedagogy reflect the industry changes. Thus, there is an obvious need to introduce a mobile reporting course for journalism students. Using the blended learning model and the theory of connectivism, this proposal aims to demonstrate that online technology and its inclusion in teaching and learning is not only valuable, but necessary. We know that connectivism is a learning theory that explains how internet technologies have created new opportunities for people to learn and share information across the web and among themselves. These technologies include web browsers, email, wikis, online discussion forums, social networks, YouTube, and other tools which enables the users to learn and share information with other people. The teacher serves as a guide to answer key questions and support student learning on their own. We know that blended learning combines online and face-to-face engagement with students. Based on this theory and implementing the blended learning model, we could use the existing learning management system for this new mobile journalism course. The learning outcomes for this mobile reporting course include acquire and develop journalistic skills in news gathering for the digital environment, and also maintaining the basic principles of journalism, including truth, accuracy, public interest, accountability, and transparency. Students would demonstrate an ability to apply a range of key skills in the production and publication of digital journalism, produce multimedia journalism incorporating text, video, audio, stills, graphic components, critically discuss ways in which emerging technologies can be incorporated into future journalism practice, and investigate ways to develop their own career opportunities through the use of emerging technologies. If we look ahead to course technology suggestions, students must understand that smartphones are becoming very popular for electronic news gathering, and we are implementing these devices in the program. They must also make sure that they subscribe to a very good data plan. As I mentioned, we already have a learning management system in place. We would use the existing learning management system known as Blackboard to administer this new course. Blackboard's learning management is currently in place, but it's primarily used simply to communicate amongst each other, to post course outlines and announcements. While developing this case study, I discovered through an interview with the teaching and learning department that there is a tool within the Blackboard LMS known as Collaborate. This tool is ideal for the blended learning model. The only thing required for users to use and access Collaborate is internet access. The main purpose of Collaborate is to add online elements to courses that are traditionally delivered in that familiar classroom. This built-in web conferencing software supports the standard functions including recording audio and visuals, allows for screen sharing, PowerPoint presentation, web app, chat windows, breakout rooms, whiteboards, and recording on it is relatively simple. Blackboard Collaborate provides a space for synchronous communication and interaction. But for blended learning to be a success, there must be instructor presence, there must be that course community where we introduce student introductions. We perhaps facilitate a Facebook group or discussion groups. The blended learning should include group and individual work. There should be clear expectations about how much time each week is spent on the course and various assignments. There should be technology support, and the information should be repeated. The challenges of introducing a mobile reporting course in blended learning at our college would definitely be the adoption of longtime faculty. We must provide them training and support to help with the laggers. There may be technology challenges and bad bandwidth and connectivity issues which must be supported, but we cannot deny that this is cost effective, will be able to reach more students, and will keep the program relevant, which would obviously outweigh any challenges. The ability for our journalism students to use mobile technology journalistically must be a key priority for the school's journalism program to remain relevant and popular amongst aspiring reporters and producers. Attached is my feedback survey. If you can please participate and send it back to me, and a list of my references. Thank you.